Peace of Westphalia is a major turning point in European history as well as in terms of international relations. This peace has ended the 30-years-old war which was fought on the basis of religion. The war began in 1618 on the basis of religion and sectarianism, but as the war progressed it converted into political conflicts, balance of power and fight of resources among the powers presented in Europe, especially England, Holland, France and Spain. This also tells us that the concept of balance of power is not new, and it's been an ancient concept which has been there throughout the history. Even we can say that it's in the nature of an individual to balance himself against the one who is more powerful than him. So in 1648 the Peace of Westphalia has established, which has ended this war, and it was basically based upon two key principles. First, that UN state enjoyed sovereign jurisdiction in the sense that they have independent control over what happens within their directory. Other than solutions group, spiritual and temporal, are therefore subordinate to the state, and state has the supreme authority over all of its masses, all of its group presented in it. The second key factor was relation between and among states are structured by the acceptance of sovereign independence of all state, which means that all states are legally equal in an international arena, whether it is a small state or it is a very big state. When very much powerful state, they have the same legal value in international arena. This concept is still accepted, as you can see in United Nations. Each country has one vote and their votes are counted as an equal, and their votes are counted as an equal votes. So Westphalian state system has given birth to the modern legal concept of state. And in today's international relations or in international arena, we are not going into the details of war which has happened before the Peace of Westphalia, because that is not our main concern. We basically point out the things which came out of this war, and which basically gave foundation to modern international relations, and the sovereign authority of the states and how states are equal in international arena. This Peace of Westphalia brought out the modern concept of state and determined the pillars of the states, which are sovereign territory, population, government and sovereignty. Even in today's international scenario, states are determined by these four pillars. Then in 18th century the Age of Enlightenment came, which was centered upon the idea that reason is the primary source of authority and legitimacy. This enlargement has basically given the concept of liberty, progress, tolerance, fraternity, constitutional government and separation of church and the state. Although Enlightenment has its own national varieties in different parts of the Europe. For example, in France it has associated with anti-government and anti-charged radicalism, while in Germany it reached deep into the middle classes and took a spiritualistic and nationalistic tone without threatening governments or established churches. Similarly, the response of the governments also varied in different parts of the Europe. The British government largely ignored the Enlightenment leaders in England and Scotland. The Scottish Enlightenment, with its mostly liberal Calvinist and Newtonian focus, played a major role in further development of transatlantic enlightenment. In Italy, a significant reduction in the church power to lead period of great thought and invention includes scientific discoveries. In Russia, the government began to actively encourage the proliferation of arts and sciences in mid-18th century. This era produced the first Russian university, library, theater, public museum and independent press. Several Americans, especially Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, played a major role in bringing Enlightenment ideas into the New World and influencing British and French thinkers. The cultural exchange during the Age of Enlightenment ran in both directions across the Atlantic. There were two distinct lines of Enlightenment thought. The radical Enlightenment, which was inspired by the philosophy of Spinoza, which advocated democracy, individual liberty, freedom of expression and eradication of religious authority. The second, more modern version of Enlightenment was supported by René Descartes, John Locke, Isaac Newton and others, which basically sought to accommodate between reform and the traditional system of power and faith. So the Age of Enlightenment has always also known as one of the foundation of modern international cultural, modern international politics, modern international system. The idea of liberal democracy is the idea of creation of modern institutes, modern democratic and economic institutes. It all emerges basically from the Age of Enlightenment.